Call today's meeting of County Council to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Optional prayer, Councilwoman Long.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Let us pray. We may only have simple abilities, but God can do great things with us. Remembering the small boy on the mount that went to hear Jesus speak, with only 2 fishes and 5 loaves of bread for lunch. Jesus was able to feed 5,000 with some left over. We are willing to offer the simple abilities we have to do boundless things, as no skill is too small for us to do good things for our county. We ask to use our skills in the name of our Lord, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Roll call, Mr. Smith.
Mr. DiMatteo, I understand he's on his way, by the way. Mrs. Fatica,
Here.
Dr. Faust,
Here.
Mr. Leone,
Here.
Mrs. Law,
Here.
Mr. Horton,
Here.
Chairman Brenneman.
Here. Hearing of the public, those who called ahead will have 5 minutes. Those who did not will have 3. Mr. Barnes, you've got 5 minutes.
Start. Hey, thank you, Chairman, Council, guests. Randy Barnes, I live in Dr. Faust District. And it's really exciting to see all the youth here tonight. Give yourself a round of applause for coming out to this meeting. Did Mr. Horton tell you there was going to be a test? Probably not. But it's an easy test. It's just a show of hands. How many of you have heard of the Rural Regional College?
Mr. Barnes, I would ask you to address council.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay.
I'm glad that you're engaging our young people, but I would just appreciate to keep it.
You get the point. I was here last meeting asking for support from council for the Rural Regional College, which starts up this summer. Now, granted, it's only going to offer associate degrees. It's just getting started. But you can go to the Rural Regional College and take 30 credits in an entire year, 15 credits per semester, and it costs $5,400. If you're a senior in high school, you can go to the Rural Regional College this summer and get 3 credits. The cost is $297. I think there's people in this community that want the Rural Regional College to fail, because as council people, you could help get the word out by passing a resolution that you are in support of the Regional Rural College. It would benefit not only the students we see here, but students in Corey and Girard. They're going to have local campuses to go to. So I'm disappointed that our tax dollars, and then Senator Wiley was co-sponsor of the bill in 2014, because the leaders in this community said it was important to have access to a reduced cost type of further education, which the Rural Regional College fits that bill. And again, it's just getting started. It takes a couple years to get these things off the ground. But one of the focuses in Erie should be our educational attainment. And how do we compare with the rest of the state in educational attainment? Well, there's 6 categories. You can help me, work with me on this. No diploma. So we compare Erie County to the rest of the state. In Erie County, 9.2% have no diploma. In the state, 10.8% have no diploma. So Erie wins in that category. We have less people with no diploma. How about a high school graduate or equivalent? What do you think? Do you think Erie is behind or ahead of the state? Well, this is the big number wins, okay? 40% of Erie has a high school graduate or equivalent, where only 36.4% in the state have that. Some college, but no degree. Erie loses there. We have 16.2%, and the state average is 16.3%. We lose by 0.1%. How about associate's degree? Do you think associate's degree in Erie, do you think we are lagging the state or ahead of the state? Well, associate's degree in Erie, 8.5% of people have them. In the state, 7.9%. So again, Erie wins in that category. as compared to the general population in Pennsylvania, 25 or older. Bachelor's degree. Now here's one that we do fall short by 0.5%. Bachelor's degree, there's 16.9, and in the state there's 17.4. So we do fall short in that category by 0.5%. So I'm not so sure that we would refer to that as being below average, because that's not below average. I think we just went through the categories, and most of those categories we were ahead. Yet the report that was released last week on, what was it, feasibility of the community college? Because it wasn't really a feasibility, because a feasibility report has to include finance. There was no finance. Now, I'll give you my estimate, because I've been known to be wrong more times than I'm right, but I estimate for 1,500 students, it's a $12 million bill. Community college, $12 million bill for 1,500 students. We'll see if I'm right or wrong, won't we, in the next couple of months. There's just so much to cover, and I've only got 25 seconds. So I'm going to kind of save this for next meeting and ask you once again that the best way for you to promote higher education and education attainment in Erie right this minute is to support the regional rural college. I want to see students like we have here have availability to the rural regional college, but no one's told them about it. Why is that? Is there some underlying reason that we want this to fail, this taxpayer-funded thing to fail, that requires no money direct from the county? I hope not. I hope that we are behind the rural regional college and other possibilities, but let's support what we have now. Hey, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Barnes. Anyone else from the public wish to speak? Name and municipality for the record, please.
Good evening, Council. My name is Gary Horton, born and raised here in Erie, Pennsylvania. I speak one language, and I can count to maybe 10 in Spanish. I'm here this evening to thank you for your leadership and your efforts on our behalf, because we benefited from that. If you recall, we came and asked you to create summer jobs for kids 4 years ago or 3 years ago. And you heard our cry. You created and supported a program for summer jobs for kids that some of our kids have benefited from. We also want to thank you for your efforts with your workforce programs, your WID programs and TANF programs. 40 of our students participated in a leadership development program from November through June through TANF dollars, and we thank you for that. Some of their families will receive $500 for their participation in soccer and dance and a mentoring program at Penn State Barron and working with students from Mercyhurst, learning how to write resumes and learn public speaking and come to public meetings like this. And so we thank you for that. We also want to thank you for your support of our Walking in Black History, allowing us to go south to Birmingham, Selma, Montgomery, Tuskegee, Alabama, and Atlanta, Georgia, to learn about civil rights. We could not have done any of those things without county government help, and so we're here to thank you. In deference to my friend who spoke about the rural college, we don't want it to fail, but we want a community college to work. We believe a community college will provide the kind of courses that we need that will help lead a path to family wage sustaining jobs in our community, not just in the plastic factory, but maybe on a labor line, in some of that $1 billion worth of work that's scheduled in our community or underway in our community today. That's why we're here in support of a community college. So again, on behalf of the Quality of Life Learning Center and the E.F. Smith Quality of Life Learning Center and the Urban Erie Community Development Corporation and our leadership, student leadership development program, we once again thank you for your leadership and your efforts on our behalf. We won't let you down. God bless you. And good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Horton. Anyone else from the public wish to speak? Your name for the record, and you will have 3 minutes.
My name is Roger Kapongo, and I'm here to say thank you for supporting the Erie County Center and for all that you've done for us. I speak 2 different languages. I speak English and I speak Swahili, and I just want to say thank you for all that you've done, and you've done very good. You've done good to us. You gave us the ability to be able to learn English, to be able to study, do our homework, learn a little bit more about leadership and all that. So thank you very much, and I appreciate it.
Thank you. Anyone else from the public wish to speak? Your name, please.
Hi. Hi, my name is Fonta. I came from Erie, and I speak 3 different languages. I basically lived in Erie since I came to America. And I just want to thank you guys for supporting the program that Mr. Horn held for us. And I don't know, like, just thank you. And just thank you for being there for us when nobody else would help us.
Thank you. Anyone else from the public? Your name for the record, please.
Hello, kwizina nitwa Magini yo gushima kandi ashaka ndabashimire ibyo mwakoze muguma mudufasha Imana ibahezagire hanyuma kandi je mvuga amaruga atatu mvuye muri Tanzania and ndabashimiye kuva muguma mudufasha Mr. Horn adufasha natwe nivyo tugira murakoze Imana ibahezagire.
Kwizina nitanga Garasi. Ngomba kubashimira kuvyo mwatubwiriye. Man, I don't have my hair. No. I'm sorry. Muraza mahera ni meza. So nagomba ndabashimire n'Imana ibahezagire okay. Ndabashimiye n'ukuri murakoze.
Hey, my name is Kombe Freddy. I'm from Congo, but actually I was born in Zambia. And I speak 7 languages different. I want to say just thanks for you guys for helping us at the center. That's it.
Anyone else from the public wish to speak?
Hi, my name is Sia. I'm 17 years old. Okay. Hello? Okay. Hi, my name is Yadrina. I'm 17 years old. I'm in the 12th grade. I'm graduating this year, and I'm also in the leadership development program. And thank you for supporting leadership development program. I just want to say thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else from the public wish to speak?
Did you understand? I can't hear it. Did you understand? No.
Name for the record.
Hey, my name is Abdullah. I'm from Congo. I speak 3 languages, and then I speak Swahili, Kirundi, and English. Asante kwa kutusaidia kwa vitu vyote mnavyotusaidia. So, thank you for helping us.
Thank you. Okay, anyone else from the public? Name for the record first, please.
Hi, my name is Jessica Nizemana. I'm 15 years old and I go to Central Tech, and I was born in Tanzania. I speak 2 languages, and I'd like to thank you guys for all you've done for us, and it's really nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Any members from the public wish to speak? Okay, so we have one more. Name for the record, please.
Hi, my name is Anna Lawson. I go to collegiate. I just want to say, I'm from West Africa. I just want to say thank you for everything that you've done for us. Thank you for helping us with the leadership development program. And yeah, thank you.
Okay, anyone else from the public? I would ask any other speakers who would be speaking to line up to the podium so that we can make better use of time. Name for the record, please.
Hi, my name is Shukuru. I go to East. I was born in Tanzania. I speak 3 languages, and I wanted to thank you guys.
Thank you. Okay. Anyone else from the public? Okay, moving on. Minutes of previous meeting.
Mr. Chairman, move to
Dr.
approve the
Faust?
minutes of the May 2nd regular meeting.
Moved by Dr. Faust and seconded by Mr. Leone. Any discussion? Roll call.
On the minutes, Mrs. Fatika?
Yes.
Dr. Faust?
Yes.
Mr. Leone?
Yes.
Mrs. Law?
Yes.
Mr. Horton?
Yes.
Chairman Brenneman?
Yes. Reports of county officials, no report from the county executive. Finance Committee, Mr. Horton.
Finance Committee met on Thursday, and we agreed to leave the ordinance.
Damn you,
I can't see.
I need to hear it.
Ordinance number 41, we agreed to leave that as a first reading. Ordinance number 40, a first reading. Ordinance number 42, a first reading. Ordinance number 43, a first reading. Ordinance number 44, a second reading. Ordinance number, no, that's personnel.
Okay.
And that's it.
And the appointments.
And we have an appointment for Mr. Leone's district, and which will be Tony Logue for the Human Relations Commission, and also for the Housing Authority, Ms. Kim Stuck. We'll also be adding to the agenda, as determined in our caucus this evening, another appointment by Councilwoman Fatika to the Library Advisory Board of Julie Theis-Baum.
Okay.
And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Councilman. Personnel Committee, Councilwoman Fatika.
Yes, Finance Committee met last Thursday. We have 2 ordinances that we agreed to keep at a first reading. Ordinance number 45, and also a first reading of ordinance number 46. That concludes the finance report.
Okay. Reports of other council officials, Councilman Horton.
Sure, I just have some quick comments. I'd first like to thank you, all the children and youth, for coming out, showing your appreciation. Tomorrow is election day. No one knows more than me what the power of every vote counts. So we would hope that with the weather being really nice tomorrow, that you would all get out and exercise your vote. To all the candidates that are on the ballot, I already see you as winners, whether you get elected or not. Determines to still yet to be determined. But anytime someone exposes themselves and makes themselves vulnerable in the public light like that, that's an uncommon leadership. And so you're all winners to me. The feasibility study has been released, as Mr. Barnes alluded to. And one of the things I like about this body that we don't see at the city council level is that we don't interact with the public when they come out. We don't go back and forth with them. But had we done that, what you would get to see when you go to the Empower Erie link, you would see that Erie County is 50% post-secondary attainment, which the rest of the state is 62%. Secretary Will Del Pillar from the Department of Education said he would like to see Erie counties up to about 70%. As for the Rural Regional College, we do support it. We've met with the Board of Directors on a number of occasions, and so we continue to look for ways to collaborate with them. But the feasibility study is out. I encourage you all to go and look at it. We're excited about where we're at with it. The financials are coming in. And most of all, we're excited because we don't see us raising your tax dollars to get it done. And so, welcome to the 2nd Legislative District. I'd like to thank Councilman Brenneman, our chair, for having this first on-the-road meeting here in the district. As I look around, this is probably the last time I'll sit in here when the school known as East High School. For everyone is aware of what's going on in the Erie School District, and we know that this will be Erie East Middle School. And so a lot of history in this building. And I'd just like to welcome you to the 2nd District. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to thank the school district for hosting us here. When I added an additional on-the-road meeting place, I know Councilman Horton and I had talked 4 years ago that we wanted to add an additional spot, particularly for other members in the city of Erie who maybe it's too much to get to the courthouse or too much trouble to go through security, et cetera, that we would make local government a little bit more accessible to people. So I think it had a positive effect on that tonight, and hopefully that'll continue in the years to come. I want to thank all the young people that came out here tonight, and thank you for sharing. This is all going to be on YouTube, just so you guys know. So feel free to share it. The information of where it's on YouTube is located on the agenda. And I appreciate that because whomever watches this, no matter what part of the county they're in, they're going to see the rich diversity of Erie. So thank you for that. Any other reports from county officials?
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, Mr. DiMaggio.
I just wanted to note I would be an affirmative vote on the minutes from the previous meeting.
Okay. Okay, moving on to new business.
Mr. Chairman.
Dr. Faust.
Move to amend tonight's agenda to make second readings of ordinances number 40, 41, and 44, and then to add item K, which would be the library board appointment of Julie Tice Bohm to represent Mrs. Fatika's district.
Second.
Moved by Dr. Faust and seconded by Mr. Leone. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
On the motion, Mrs. Fatika?
Yes.
Dr. Faust?
Yes.
Mr. Leone?
Yes.
Mrs. Law?
Yes.
Mr. Horton? Mr. DiMatteo?
Yes.
Chairman Brenneman?
Yes. Second reading of ordinance number 40 in title only, please.
A second reading of ordinance number 40, 2017, first 2017 Capital Projects Fund budget, supplemental appropriation of $329,397, creation of line item for replacement of library skylight.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Dr. Faust and seconded by Councilman Leone. Any discussion? Roll call.
An ordinance, Dr. Faust?
Yes.
Mr. Leone?
Yes.
Mrs. Law?
Yes.
Mr. DiMatteo?
No.
Mrs. Fatika?
Yes.
Chairman Brenneman?
Yes. Second reading of ordinance number 41 in title only, please.
A second reading of ordinance number 41, 2017, second 2017 Capital Projects Fund, budget supplemental appropriation of $285,450 for material sorter.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Leone, seconded by Dr. Faust. Any discussion? Roll call.
An ordinance 41, Mr. Leone?
Yes.
Mrs. Law?
Yes.
Mr. DiMatteo?
Yes.
Mrs. Fatika?
Yes.
Dr. Faust?
Yes.
Mr. Horton?
It's ordinance number 41, the material sorter.
Yes.
And Chairman Brenneman.
Yes. First reading of ordinance number 42 in title only.
First reading of ordinance number 42, 2017. Third, 2017 Capital Projects Fund Budget, supplemental appropriation of $2,792,332, new line items for county energy projects.
First reading of ordinance number 43 in title only.
A first reading of ordinance number 43, 2017, 16th, 2017 General Fund Budget, supplemental appropriation of $2,792,332 for transfer to the 2017 Capital Projects Fund.
Second reading of ordinance number 44 in title only.
The second reading of ordinance number 44, 2017, 17th, 2017 General Fund Budget, supplemental appropriation of $4,750 and creation of line items for Megan's Law compliance checks.
So move. Second?
Moved by Councilman Leon, seconded by Dr. Faust. Any discussion? Roll call.
On ordinance 44, Mrs. Law,
Yes.
Mr. Horton,
Yes.
Mr. DiMatteo,
Yes.
Mrs. Fatika,
Yes.
Dr. Faust,
Yes.
Mr. Leon,
Yes.
Chairman Brenneman.
Yes. First reading of ordinance number 45 in title only, please.
A first reading of ordinance number 45, 2017, fifth, 2017 Library Fund Budget, supplemental appropriation of $5,985 for hiring new director of Erie County Library.
First reading of ordinance number 46 in title only.
A first reading of ordinance number 46, 2017, 18th, 2017 General Fund Budget, supplemental appropriation of $5,985 and transferred to 2017 Library Fund for hiring of new director.
Mr. Chairman.
Dr. Faust.
Without objection, move to approve the appointment of Tony Logue to the Human Relations Commission, the reappointment of Kim Stuck to the Erie County Housing Authority, and Julie Tice-Bohm to the Erie County Library Advisory Board.
Second.
Appointments moved by Dr. Faust and seconded by Councilman Leon. Any discussion? Roll call, Mr. Smith.
On the appointments, Mr. Horton,
Yes.
Mr. DiMatteo,
Yes.
Mrs. Fatika,
Yes.
Dr. Faust,
Yes.
Mr. Leon,
Yes.
Mrs. Law,
Yes.
Chairman Brenneman.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman.
Dr. Faust.
Move to approve the sale of parcels from a repository according to the index numbers listed in our agenda tonight.
Second.
Moved by Dr. Faust and seconded by Councilman Leon. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
On the sale of parcels, Mr. DiMatteo,
Yes.
Mrs. Fatika,
Yes.
Dr. Faust,
Yes.
Mr. Leon,
Yes.
Mrs. Law,
Yes.
Mr. Horton,
Yes.
Chairman Brenneman.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman,
Before we adjourn, Mr. Smith, could you please provide us the location and date of the next council meeting?
Mr. Chairman, June 13th at Asbury Woods Nature Center.
Thank you very much.
Move the adjourn.
Move adjourned.
We stand adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Can you go on?